Alright gang, welcome to the Gator Challenge. So for this challenge, it's relatively a simple concept, but it is complex when you dive down deeper into it. So the whole goal of this objective is we have to use the Gator and any kind of Gator tools, like, you know, this little extension trailer, for everything that it possibly could do. So what I mean by that is, you can't harvest, obviously, but you can pull a drill. If it's a direct drill, the older direct drills that don't need any power, you can use this to drill the field. You can use this, they've got attachments for it to spray the field, to fertilize the field, etc. Anything that a Gator actually has the ability to do, whether it's a tool that is implemented for it itself or it can pull directly, you have to use the Gator for. So that means I can't have any tractor whatsoever. The Gator is what we have to go with. Now, we do have a harvester that you can use, not a Gator. Obviously, they don't make harvesters, so there's not really a whole lot around that. But that's why I really couldn't call it the Gator-only challenge, because you do have to use a harvester. But everything else that we're going to do is going to be using this Gator right here. Now, we could certainly buy a second Gator, and maybe we will. We start with $10,000. We do have a loan to pay off, though. So let's show you the loan really quick. We've got $180,000 of loan we still have to pay off. As far as our land goes, we do own a decent chunk of land here. So we own plot, well, I mean, they're different. Plot 1, Plot 4, and Plot 7, or 3, 9, and 13, whichever way you want to look at it. It's a decent amount of land. 3 and 7 already have crop in them growing. 1 is soybeans, and 7 is sorghum, I believe. 4 needs to be drilled. Now, we have a pretty big yard here, and we have some other things we start with as well. So let's kind of begin here at the right, and we'll move to the left. So we've got an auger bin set up, so I'm pretty excited to use that. I really don't use augers very often, so I'm very excited that we have that. Hopefully it all works out well for us. We do have a barn. We've got a number of the John Deere Gator implements that come with the actual Gator itself that you can buy. We don't have all of them, but we have a number of them. We've got a fertilizer spreader, which already has some fertilizer in it. We've got a water tank, and we have a sprayer. So we've got 3 of those things checked off. We also have a very nice Massey Ferguson 5650 harvester, along with a header and trailer, so we can put the header into this small barn that we have. Well, it's mostly in it. It's kind of sticking out a little bit, but pretty close anyway. We have a John Deere 8350, so it's direct drill, so the Gator can pull that and drill the field. This is our little tiny house we got, little cabin-like house we got for now. Hopefully we'll upgrade that eventually. And we also begin with an open-air garden. So we've got a number of things that we begin with, and we'll see how the series goes. Now, there's not really anything specific as far as, getting to a certain dollar amount or a certain point. I think we'll do 25, 30 episodes of this. We'll see. Maybe less, maybe more. Just when we feel like we're succeeding, right? We've got enough. We've paid off the loan, first of all. We've got to pay that off. We've got more land than we started with, and we've got a decent amount of income coming in every single month, and then we can, we'll make our decision then. But that's what the challenge is, gang. We have to use a Gator the entire time, so it's not going to be an easy challenge whatsoever. So let's go ahead and jump into the Gator now. I'm going to drop off that trailer. We're going to hook up into our John Deere drill, and we're going to get drilling this field, and we can then talk about a little bit more of the finite details of, what this challenge has to offer for us. I don't think I've seen anybody do a Gator-only challenge online, and if I have, link it, or if you have, excuse me, link me to them. So this might be the first ever. I know I've seen people do no tractor challenges, which may be very similar to a Gator challenge, but I'm not allowed to get trucks of any kind or any kind of car whatsoever. It's literally just the Gator. So I probably should start down here at the bottom. We're going to do that. Now, for as far as what I'm going to put in here, well, we've got sorghum and soybeans in there, so maybe we do. I don't think there's any way we can bale in this series. I don't think the Gator has the ability to have any kind of attachment that gives power, so I don't think we can even do a baler. Unless we're able to find a super old antique baler that doesn't require power, I don't think we can do it. And I don't remember seeing one out there, so I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, let's get this set up. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge. I always have issues when I get to the edge of our land there. So I think based off of what I'm seeing here, we'll put in canola. Yeah, we'll put canola in. I don't think we can even mow either, unless I can find an old mower. So it's pulling it pretty much no problem, right? So you can pull this drill no problem. This one isn't going to be an issue when we're doing the drilling. That's not going to be an issue. I can't zoom out any further than we are right now for the Gator. Excuse me, gang. Feeling much better, but still do have a little bit of a sinus cold thing going on, so bear with me for a minute. So more finite details into this challenge. We are going to be playing the challenge on easy. As far as the economy difficulty, traffic's on. You can already see that. We will be doing crop destruction. I almost always do crop destruction. We will have weeds, but the rest of it we're not going to worry about. I know there's lime on this field now, but if it's not turned off, I'm going to turn it off. We're not going to do that. There'll be a little bit of trouble here. Might run into that crop. I don't really want to waste it. This thing is not the easiest to turn. I'm going to be honest with you, gang. It's not as easy as having a tractor pulling this thing. It's kind of wanting to go all over the place. Oh, there's a prime example right there. So we won't do that. Snow is on, so we will have to deal with snow. But other than that, I think everything else I have turned off, or I will turn off if it's not already. The utilizing of gas, it's on normal. It's not high or low. It's just normal, which I think I mostly do almost always in all my challenges. But yeah, everything else is off because I think this is going to be a difficult enough challenge as it is using this Gator. It's, you know, pulling the drill's not been a problem, but doing the spraying and the fertilizing, I think it's going to take a long, long time. It's not a very big width. Some of these fields are, for a Gator, they're relatively large. So I'm a little concerned that it's going to take us a very, very long time when it gets to that point. But I think this is going to be a really fun challenge. I think it's going to be different than what you normally see in Farm Simulator, for sure. Definitely different for me. So what we're going to do here first, gang, is we're going to get this drilled. Once this field is drilled, we're going to flip out our attachment here. We're going to get our water trailer basin thing for the Gator. And we're going to go figure out where we can fill up water at. And we're going to get that open air garden growing. I don't know what I want to put in there yet, but we're going to get that going at least. Because that's just, you know, time is money there. We're just wasting money by not having that growing right now. Ideally, we get a chainsaw at some point and cut down some of these trees, and then potentially we can, you know, combine some fields together. This field we're getting ready to drive into, this neighbor's field, is very, very small. Look at that. Very skinny. Very skinny. So all these implements I had obviously bought off camera, and then I brought them up to our farm, which is actually pretty close, which is also a super nice thing for us to have. So our, you can almost see them down there. You can see those bags way out there in the distance. That is the shop. So it is not a very far drive for us to get from the shop back here. So very good there. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty decent haul for us, I think, here. This is going to be a fun one, but a tough one. As far as anything else goes, I am not allowed to lease anything. There's no leasing in this challenge. I'm not doing any kind of contracts either. There's no contracts allowed on this series. It's literally just a small John Deere Gator series. I really had, I mentioned it a little bit ago, but I really had thought about calling this the Gator only challenge. It just doesn't make sense when you have to use a harvester and it's not a Gator. So that's the reason we're just calling it the Gator challenge. But let me know down below what you think of this challenge. You think it's going to be a fun challenge? Are you interested in watching more of this challenge? Let me know. because we'll do it no matter what. Even if you guys aren't, you know, that excited about it, I'll get through it. But I'll make sure we won't do a season 2 or anything like that of the Gator Challenge on a different map. Which, speaking of the map, I don't think I even mentioned what the map is. The map is called the Little Lands, I believe. It's somewhere in Germany or Czech, somewhere around that. I don't know exactly. That's just based off of what I was reading. But it's a perfect map. It's got smaller plots, which is really ideal for this kind of challenge. It does have some big plots, though. If we look at the map here, I'll give you a bride's eye. Way up here, these are some really big plots. But a lot of this area that I'm in, they're big, but they're relatively small, and something I think we can manage with a Gator. At least I hope we can. So we're going to go around the rest of the headland here. Kind of just went straight on that one, but we're going to go around the rest of the headland here, and we'll put it into a time-lapse after that. And once that's done, we will, like I said, flip our attachments and we'll go get some water. We'll have a little drive. We can take a little scenic look at the map, because I really haven't done a whole lot of looking at the map. So I really don't know the map very well yet. I know a little bit of it. I drove kind of a little bit around the shop here and around our land, but that's the extent. So going to be a learning experience for both of us. We're just going to look at the map, see where we can find looks like the closest pond or river or lake, and we're going to head that way. All right, we're pretty much done here. I'm just going to go one more pass down this row here, and then we're going to, like I said, throw a time-lapse in here. We'll get this done. When this is done, be back with you, and we'll get our open-air garden going. Alright, I'm actually going to try to get a little bit closer here on the edge. It may not let me harvest it, but we're just going to do it anyway. When I was placing down our farm yard, it wasn't allowing me to paint over it, so we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Because we lose a little bit of crop if we do it, I guess it'll just stay there, but hopefully we'll be able to harvest it since it is an actual field that was created on the map. Not something I force created. But you can see it here when you get closer. I was trying to paint over that part of that line there, and it wouldn't let me do it, so that's good enough for me. Alright, let's go put this away. We'll go change the Gator attachment to the water basin, the trailer, whatever you want to call it, Bowser, whatever, wherever you're from, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll go see at the map. We'll take a look at the map, excuse me, and see where the closest area is to get some water. Alright, so it is, of course, it's way behind everything else. But I might as well just go ahead and drop this one off over here with the rest of the Gator attachments. There's really no reason to not put them together. That way I don't lose them. I can easily lose them. Alright. I am not the best at backing into these things, so bear with me for a minute if I have a few Austin Powers moments. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm getting a few right off the bat. Alright, I think we got it this time. I'm just going to see if I can slide that back further. No, guess it won't let me. It's still underneath cover. It should be alright. There's no rain in the forecast anyway, so all sun skies. Alright. This is the one. This is the one. Boom. Perfect. Alright, let's get this out here. So it's going to be a lot of trips, I think, to get this filled up. Where is the closest water at? I don't know if we can get water from that or not. Or do I have to go all the way down to here? Who knows? If it is, that's really close to where we are, which is perfect. We'll have to drive across our field here. When the crop gets, you know, fully grown, then we're going to have an issue unless we put a track in down here, which maybe we will, but because they've got these power lines in our way, so we'd have to drive into the crop no matter what. But it's saying there's something here. Yeah, it looks like we should be able to get water out of here. I'd hope. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Super close. That's really going to help us with filling up this greenhouse. 2,000 liters. More than I expected, honestly, in that little Bowser basin thing. A lot more than I expected. When we start out some of these other challenges without any money, we always get one that's around 2,000 or less, so it's actually not that bad. But yeah, we'll probably have to put a track in down here. But hopefully, at least for the first crop growing, maybe we can get enough water in this to prevent that from happening at least the first time, and then we can do it after we make some more money. Because we got to get that loan paid off. That's a high interest on that loan. It's going to take a lot of money from us every single month. I don't know when those other two fields will be ready. We'll take a look at that here too in a second and see how much time we're going to have to wait, because when the problem I think we're going to have in the next episode is we're not going to have anything to do. So we may have to skip ahead a month or something in the next episode where I just jump through that month and go to the next one. Eat the fees of the loan and move on. Now, I could pay this $10,000 towards the loan right now, drop it down to $170,000, but I kind of want to have a little bit of money in the bank for us. All right, that's 4,000 liters of water. Let's see if we can get something started here. Where's the trigger for this thing? Is it inside? It's inside. Oh, I'm walking on top of it. I'm walking on air. Okay. Yeah, it's still walking on air. Okay. It's probably because when it gets winter months, they put like some kind of cover over it, I'm sure. Let me turn on the triggers. I don't really like doing it. It takes the immersion away, but I can't figure out where the trigger is. It's right here, but it won't let me get to it. Okay, just open the door. That's all you gotta do, Z. Come on, be smarter than that. Okay. So if we put solid fertilizer in it, we're getting more out of it. Maybe we should start doing that too. Manure as well. What do we want? What do we want here, gang? What do we want? So some of it takes manure. Well, I'm not going to put any seeds or fertilizer in it right now. I don't think we have the money to do it. So let's just do our generic. Do we want sugar beets? Potatoes? Let's do potatoes, gang. We can soon enough put some kind of production down for the potatoes, which maybe will help us. Let's do that. So I'll tell you what, gang, we're going to throw in some more water into this. I'm going to try to get it at least halfway-ish. And then we will probably end up calling the episode there. These, ideally, I'm going to try to keep them a little bit shorter. I know I say that every time, and then 5-6 episodes in, I'm always got very long episodes. But this one, since it's, you know, it's a smaller map, smaller fields, less things to do, honestly, for us, I'm going to try to keep them smaller. You know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at most. Don't really want to get into the hour range for this series. So that's kind of the goal I'm trying to accomplish here, I guess, is what I should say. Just put something else on the channel, because you guys have been very, very welcoming to my second channel here. So I just want to get something going and have even more things for you guys to watch if you're interested in it on the channel. So that way we're not having to take as many breaks throughout the week. I'm thinking of putting this on probably Fridays, which means... Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? What is going on with our... Whoa. Okay. I don't know what the hell just happened there, gang. The camera went all over the place. I don't know what happened there. I must have drove way down in there. That must have been why. I must have been getting in the water. I don't know. In any case, what was I saying? Probably putting these out on Friday, which means only Wednesday would be the only day we don't have something going on the channel, at least at the time of this recording. But we'll see. It really just depends on my time, right? If I have enough time and I can get it going, then that's good for us. Let's do one more load of this, and then we'll leave it there. That's half of the tank there is filled in the open air garden. I can do the rest of it in the following episode, because that might be the only thing we really have to do until we're going to have to fertilize this field, but it'll be that and filling that up. So might not be a whole lot else unless those fields are ready in the next episode, which I don't think they will. I think there's going to be 2 episodes before they're ready, or at least one of them, I mean. Let's make sure. Oh, nope, I lied. Looks like 7 is going to be ready. So our, it was sorghum, right? Yeah, sorghum. Our sorghum will be ready. Looks like. If it's not the next episode, it'll be the following episode. So that'll be good. That'll be a nice profit for us. We can at least pay back a little bit of our loan. Probably won't be able to buy anything yet, but we can at least pay back some of the loan, which is really, really nice. So with that, gang, we'll leave this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are interested in watching this. If you are or you aren't, let me know down below either way. But I think it's going to be a fun series. It's going to be a really, really different kind of challenge than what you're used to seeing. So, once again, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to my other channel if you haven't done so already. Like, comment, subscribe to this one. It's free. Helps me a ton. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.